Customer complaint is engine is shaking, check engine light is flashing. Whenever you see a check engine light flashing, it's usually indicating a bad misfire. It's pretty much the only time that the check engine light will flash. So got the diagnostic tool here hooked up to it. What we're looking at here is historical data. So the computer is taking note of each time each individual cylinder is misfiring. You can see here 9,400 times cylinder number 4 has been missing. So we're gonna go ahead and concentrate on that hole for. All right, so here we're under the hood. What we're gonna look for right here is just obvious things. We're gonna go ahead and disconnect the goddamn fuel injector. So there's your injector. You're gonna look at the connector, see if there's any burn marks, anything obvious with the wiring. Same deal right here at the actual injector. And coil, your coil connector. Signs of overheating would be brown spots and of course then melting and stuff like that. So all that looks pretty good. There's your coil connector. That's the actual coil. And here is the actual spark plug wire. This is coming down to your plug down here. So what we're gonna do next is pull that spark plug and see what it looks like. What we got here, we already went ahead and pulled number 4. Just take a look, a visual on the spark plug here. What you're looking for here is like track marks, some black stains coming across the ceramic that would indicate that the spark is going out the side instead of at the terminal here. You can see the electrode here. It's kind of worn. Doesn't look worn, but what happens on this type of spark plug is you see the top part right here kind of grows and the bottom part, so then that gap is smaller. That indicates wear on iridium plugs. And then we're looking at the spark plug wire, the same type of deal. So if you see any track marks on it, everything looks all right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull a companion cylinder, swap over some parts, see if the misfire swaps to that cylinder, and we'll go from there. Okay, what we got going on here is we got the 2 coils off. This is number 4, this is number 2. We're gonna compare the continuity here. We're gonna make sure we have a continuity which would make this voltmeter here beep. That's telling you that the circuit is complete. So we're looking at pin number 1 here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and get the signal side, and we're gonna get the return side. And we have continuity there. That's a good thing. This is coil number 4. This is what we're assuming would be a bad cylinder. So we got here. And we have continuity there as well, so that we know at least for now that the coil does have continuity, meaning that it's not broken internally. So we're gonna continue. Okay, we verified the coil seam, at least internally, not broken. So the next step, and what I usually do, you see these are marked. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just swap cylinders. Number 4 coil is gonna go on number 3. Number 3 coil is gonna go on cylinder 4. And then like the next thing would be the wire. Number 4 wire is gonna go on number 1. Then number 1 wire on number 4. So basically we're replacing the 3 components, moving them around. So if the misfire changes from cylinder number 4 to, let's say, cylinder number 7, and we have the old number 4 in cylinder 7, then we know the coil's bad. That's a way to process of elimination type, and that way we can get to the root cause. All right, so we're at the last stage here. Like I said, we swapped components out. They're all marked here. You see coil number 3, etc., etc. Make sure you write it down because it gets kind of complicated. So we know that number 4 plug is on number 7, number 4 wire is on number 2, and number 4 coil is on number 3. And also we went ahead and took some spray, checked the mass airflow connector. We actually cleaned the mass airflow. See, I had to clean it with contact cleaner. So now next thing to do is go ahead and drive it, clear the fault codes, and the misfire returns. Then we'll know which cylinder it is. Then we'll be able to identify the failed component. Okay, so we had the customer go ahead and drive the vehicle after we did all those component swaps. And what we got here looking like still showing cylinder number 4 misfire 3,000 times in the 3 or 4 miles he drove it. So we know that everything on the cylinder number 4 except the injector, and barring any kind of internal engine failure, we're gonna have to concentrate on that deal and then continue.